This is the weather forecast video for Saturday, July the 14th, 2012. Taking a look at the satellite image from last evening, the monsoonal flow across the west continues with some showers and storms in that area. Few pockets of activity over the east and around here, a couple of storms as well. The watch warning map from a little bit before midnight shows some flash flood watches and a few warnings across the south and west, some red flag warnings in the Pacific Northwest and the northern high plains, heat advisory in South Dakota, and the rest of the nation is quiet. The QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock, showing most of the precipitation will be surrounding a heat ridge that will be developing around Kansas. We could see a little bit today and later in the week, and let's take a look at that with the 0Z GFS Model Run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, there's the heat ridge starting to build up again over the high plains. Some energy moving into the northwest, some energy moving across our neck of the woods that could produce some isolated showers and storms again. They'll be very isolated in any one spot. If you get rain, you could get a quarter, maybe a half an inch, but it'll be very few and far between, and by Sunday it's gone. And here come the temperatures. Temperatures will be back up into the 90s again. Heat and humidity and dog days of summer once more. And heading into Monday, still the same way. Highs in the middle to perhaps upper 90s. Heat indices at or exceeding 100 with sunny skies and no rain. Tuesday, a frontal system will begin to draw closer to the state. It'll be over Minnesota and Wisconsin. Although temperatures will still be in the mid to upper 90s, heat indices at or exceeding 100 once more. And on Wednesday, the front moves through. High pressure up over Hudson Bay begins to nose its way down, so temperatures will drop off at least to around 90 at this point, as the front will still be fairly close by. But now, heading into Thursday, the high pressure moves down to the Great Lakes, but the front stalls and begins to reform as a warm front over western Iowa, where there could be some shower and thunderstorm activity. And on Friday, that front is still fairly diffuse over the state, but the high pressure over the Great Lakes will be keeping enough cooler air in that it'll be in the 80s in the east to near 90 or lower 90s west. And unfortunately, by a week from today, the ridge is back, the storm track well back to our north again, which means a couple of days of cool weather are going to be replaced next weekend by more hot weather, with a warm front still trying to move through the state, so some showers and thunderstorms possible, but the better chances will be to our north and along the Gulf Coast with afternoon heating. A couple days later, on the 25th, trough begins to ease down into the Great Lakes from Canada again, shunting the heat ridge back to the Great Basin and desert southwest. And with that, we could see some shower activity moving just to our south and east by this point, and some cooler temperatures. This will be in the middle of Ragbri at this point. We'll hope for that. But by the end of the forecast here on the 29th, the heat ridge is beginning to build once more over the Four Corners region. We still have a weakness in the ridge over our neck of the woods. And with that weakness, we could see some activity across our area, but it's still way out there, and we'll have to look at more runs before we get any solid evidence of this in that time. So thank you for tuning in to the weather forecast video. We'll have another one on Sunday.